Hey everyone, I've been getting threats in the mail lately, so I figured it was about time to update my Saw rankings so nothing bad happens. Starting off at the bottom of the barrel, number 9 is Saw 3D. This is the one that almost killed the franchise. Throughout most of these movies, the acting's been fairly consistent, but in this movie, it's just bad. Cary Elwes is back, but his voice sounds different than it did in the first Saw movie, and it just sounds weird. There are a couple solid kills, but most of them use way too much crappy CG blood. There's also one kill that's just really mean-spirited. The writing is bad, the plot twists don't really make sense, and the traps have lost most of their creativity. This movie is dumb, even by Saw standards. My score is 1 out of 5. Number 8 is Saw 5. Most of the traps in this one are fine, but the one with the nail bombs is just stupid. I realize these people are selfish, but how is it not obvious that multiple people can fit in each hole?
Better luck next time, rich boy.
Survival of the fittest, my ass!
Anyway, there are a couple pretty badass moments, and I do love the ending, even though it's not entirely earned. My score is 2 out of 5. Number 7 is Saw 3. I know a lot of people have this one ranked higher, but it's a very frustrating movie for me for one reason. Slow-ass motherfucking Jeff. The protagonist is supposed to be someone you root for, but this man is just so slow and indecisive that it's fucking irritating. Like, yes, I realize he is having to relive a traumatic event, but even considering that, it's just way too much. This movie is long, man.
Jeff, when the judge presiding over your case sentenced your boy's murderer so lightly, your soul never recovered. Now you have the power to sentence his soul straight to hell. Or you can forgive. The key that will free him is hidden inside your son's possessions. Possessions you have clung to for far too long. Now if you flip the switch on the incinerator underneath you, a fire will cleanse you of this obsession and destroy them all, leaving only the key remaining. It is also the key that will bring you closer to the man accountable for taking your child. He doesn't have much time, Jeff. Let the game begin.
Please get me out of here, please!
Aside from him, I'm not a fan of villain Amanda. Shawnee Smith was really good playing a victim, but now that she's a villain, I don't think she does a very good job. The rest of the acting is fine, the writing is decent, the traps are pretty good, and the drama actually works sometimes. My score is 2.25 out of 5. Number 6 is Saw 4. 4 and 5 kind of get blended together in my head, but I think 4 is slightly better. The traps are good and the acting is solid. The climax is cool and the twist is pretty good.
Don't open it!
On the other hand, the editing uses way too many stylized transitions. The writing is just meh, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that just makes no sense. My score is 2.5 out of 5. Number 5 is Spiral from the Book of Saw. This has the distinction of being the only Saw movie whose twist I saw coming a mile away. Did they really think it was going to be a surprise when they made it that obvious? Jesus Christ. Aside from that, it's actually pretty good. Chris Rock really commits to a more serious role than he usually plays, and I think his performance is pretty good. He's probably the only character who gets any development, but still, it's something. The traps are hit and miss, but most of them are pretty good. This movie isn't the breath of fresh air the franchise needed, but it's a step in the right direction. The score is 2.9 out of 5. Number 4 is Saw... Hello? No, she's dead. Who is this? Oh, I remember you. No, the other guy. The other guy. Exactly. Yeah, that was fun. You take that back. My grandpa was a saint. And a lifetime ban from the zoo. Yes, I know. I told you that one. Why? Okay. Listen, I gotta go. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Well, for one, this isn't even a phone. Alright, whatever. I love you too. Bye. Sorry, where was I? Alright. Number 4 is Saw 2. This one kind of reminds me of the Lost World Jurassic Park, because it feels like they were going for more, bigger, better, and they succeeded at 2 out of 3. Because they did more, and they did it bigger, but they didn't do it better.
What?
I don't know. Shit. I think that's my son. It's got my son.
What the fuck is that? Hey! Hey! What the fuck is that?
It's your son, Daniel. You remember him, don't you?
No, please, you piece of shit. What is he doing on that fucking monitor?
Well, I haven't looked at the monitors for some time, so it would be hard for me to say. But I would imagine that, he's cowering in a corner with a look on his face.
No, Harris, wait! You motherfucker! Where is he? Where is he?
Where is he? That's a problem you're gonna have to solve before it's too late. He has about 2 hours before the gas creeping into his nervous system begins to break down his body tissue, and he begins to bleed from every orifice he has. Oh, yes. There will be blood.
The acting is good, the traps are solid, the music is cool, and the plot is much more coherent than a lot of the other sequels. My score is 3 out of 5. Number 3 is Jigsaw. I have one major problem with this movie, and it's the twist. The movie makes it clear that the trap plot and the cop plot are not happening simultaneously, and then it's revealed that the trap plot actually happened 10 years ago. Which, okay. But then, how did they get HD flat-screen TVs? Makes no sense. Aside from that, this is a solid movie, and I love that they actually made it feel different from the first 7. Feels much more sleek and stylized, and I appreciate that.
I want to play a game.
Fuck you!
First, an offering of blood, no matter how little, will give you a green light to escape from this room with your lives. If you can release yourself from your demons, you can begin to shed the chains that those demons bring with them. Make the simple blood sacrifice that I've requested, or face severe consequences. The choice is yours.
The acting is good, it's well shot and well edited. The characters don't always make smart decisions, but they mostly make believable decisions. The traps are solid and the mystery is pretty intriguing. A score of 3.25 out of 5. Number 2 is Saw 6. This one was directed by Kevin Gruder, the editor of the first 5 movies, and I think he did a pretty good job. There's still some stuff that makes no sense, but the plot is less confusing and the traps are some of the best in the franchise. Not just because of their design, but also because they force the subject to put people's lives in his hands. And unlike some of the other times that's happened, he actually has a chance at saving them. In the Shotgun Carousel, he has the lives of 6 people in his hands, and he can only save 2. When it gets down to the last 2 with only 1 save left, he puts his hand in there before he even knows who it's going to be, because he doesn't want to make that decision. Also, the scene where Hoffman is about to be outed as Jigsaw's accomplice is awesome.
Right now,
There it is.
Hear that? That's symbolism in a Saw movie. Out of all the lines in the tape, I guarantee they picked that one because that's how Hoffman feels in that situation. Well done.
Right now, you're feeling helpless. Who else knows about me? Who fucking knows about me?
Everyone.
Lie. Fucking lie.
My score is 3.5 out of 5. Finally, my number 1 is the original Saw. There's a lot of reasons this one is the best, but the main one is restraint. James Wan knows when to hold back. He knows what to show and what not to show. When Dr. Gordon is cutting his foot off, we only get like a couple quick shots of him sawing, and the rest of it is just his and Adam's faces. And they sell it.
No! Oh my God! Lawrence! Oh, what are you doing?
Leigh Whannell is not a very good actor, but he is a solid writer. The car chase scene is kind of crap, but Adam's abduction flashback is excellent. This isn't a perfect movie, but it's easily the best in the franchise. My score is 4 out of 5. Hey everyone, let me know what you think. What's your ranking? Like and subscribe and all that. If you don't like the video, subscribe anyway so you can tell me how bad my other stuff is. That's all for now. Stay safe in these crazy times.